Hi, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on Tuesday, September 5th. So we started with leaden, and this is using a syllabic in, which means the in noise becomes a syllable all by itself. And usually the rule for a syllable is it has to have only one vowel sound. So this is not exactly a vowel, but you are making a sound by itself. N. So your tongue goes up to the D, lead, n, leaden, leaden. And then ozone. Not really any other way to spell this, but ozone. It uses the American O, so it's not just ozone with O, but your tongue is well, not your tongue. You're moving. Your lips are starting unrounded O and ended with an oo. O. I put it here like home. So ozone. Rearing. Rearing. So when you pull your tongue back, well, for the very first R, rear, keep it in the R position. Rearing, rearing. Woven, woven. Horror, almost exactly two parts. Horror, but blended together. Horror. Once you pull it back for the R, hold it there to make the second noise. Horror, horror movie. Scorcher. Today's going to be another scorcher. Communist. Hold that final T. Communist. Wave and weave. So these are good contrast. Wave. The vowel is A, so your tongue has to rise. Wave. But for tin, it's E, so your tongue just stays in the E position. Weave. Wave, weave. Satire. Satire. Rare. The vowel is air, so think of air with an R. Rare, rare air. And rear. This is like 10 with E, weave. Your tongue is staying in the E, very high position. Rear. It goes back for the R, up for the E, back for the R. Rear. And that can mean to raise. It can also mean behind. So it's rare to park in the rear of the building, means behind the building. It's unusual to park behind the building. Seizure and Caesar. So neither of these are spelled like they sound. This Z is actually a Z. So if you have trouble finding Z, make sh first, because that puts everything in the right position. Your tongue and the airflow, shh, like you're saying, be quiet, shh, but use sound in your throat. Zzz, seizure. And this one looks like an S but sounds like a Z. Caesar. Seizure. Caesar. Search and seizure. I almost used the wrong one. Search and seizure. Gotcha. This is usually spelled like this because it's a combination of got you. And to make anything more casual, change you to ya. And that sounds like a cha because the T and the Y next to each other make a cha sound. So it really sounds like gotcha, gotcha. And today is my dog's gotcha day. Rhetoric, rhetoric. Hold that last K instead of rhetoric. Hold it there. Mirror. It doesn't have to be really high like me. Mirror. You can keep your tongue a little lower. It makes it a little easier. Mirror. Rear view mirror. Ride. Hold that D. And thrive. Make sure you have airflow for the TH. Thrive. Shall. Shall we? And the vowel is a. Catering. Catering. And shall brought up the question about why is this pronounced when if you look at the word all, it's pronounced ah. And I don't know why all is pronounced all because the and shall is following the rules of it will sound like the short vowel sound, which is the more lax vowel sound, if it's followed by a consonant, one consonant or two consonants. So this one, shall, is following that rule. So why do we pronounce this one all instead of al? I don't know. A lot of times, words that don't follow the most basic spelling pronunciation rules, teachers tell kids that these are sight words. You're just going to have to see them and remember how they sound because they're not following the rules. Cat is following the rules. It ends with a consonant, so the vowel is a. There's also the weird EA combination that can sound totally different. It can sound like A in great, it can sound like E in read, E in red, A in yeah, and like this is just the simple eat. So these are, again, a lot of these are sight words. Kids just have to get used to um, remembering if it looks like that, it sounds like this. So I'll go through them without talking. Leaden, ozone, rearing, woven, horror, scorcher, communist, wave, weave, satire, rare, rear, seizure, Caesar, gotcha, rhetoric, mirror, ride, thrive, shall, catering. I'll keep going. Cat, all, great, read, red, yeah, eat. Okay, thanks. It was good to see everybody, and I hope to see you next Tuesday or maybe tomorrow for intonation practice. Have a good one.